Hey you guys, so welcome back to my channel. These are the things you're going to need. You're gonna need a wig cap that looks like this one, and you're gonna need also some yarn or wool and a C-shaped needle, also some scissors, a comb, and a net that I bought from a fabric store, and just any old weave you've had on you. So yeah, that's just about it. So first I'm gonna start off by cutting off the net into a box or a square like this one. So we're gonna sew it down to the wig cap on the front or wherever you want your closure to be. So I'm just gonna lay it down flat like this. It doesn't have to be perfect though, and depending on where you want your parting to be. So I'm just going to sew down the net from the inside, and I'm gonna make sure that I sew it down in a U-shaped form. You'll see what I'm talking about a little bit later on in the video. So yeah, that's what you basically do. Okay guys, so when you're done sewing it down into a U shape, this is how it should look like. It doesn't have to be perfect, but this is what you need to have going down. So you need to sew it in a very U-shaped form. That's it. So for the next step, I'm gonna sew down the tracks of the weave that I'll be using for today. And that's what I'm using today. That's the hair I'll be using. And I'm gonna sew from side to side, starting with the right side. So you just wanna like I was saying, you just want to sew it down from your right to your left or left to right, whichever way you prefer. And you're gonna keep doing this until you get to the very top of the wig cap of the head. So yeah, so I'm just gonna sew in like this, and I'll make sure it's gonna be very secure. So I'm gonna go through it like 3 times for the very first sew. And then I'm just gonna keep going into my wig cap and onto the weft. So that's just basically what I'm doing. I'm just basically going through the wig cap and into the weft of the hair. The wig cap and placing the needle through the weft of the hair until I get to the very end of the head. Just like that. Okay guys, so once you've sewed done your first track or your first line, once you get to the end of the side, you want to do the folding back method. So basically I just pull back the hair like this and fold it back like so. What I'm gonna do is very simple from here. I'm just gonna pierce through the wig cap and then pierce through both of the hair wefts. So I'm going to pierce through the wig cap like this and through both of the wefts. Now if you want it to be very secure, you need to make sure that you go over it 2 or 3 times and make a knot, then you can continue with sewing your track. That's basically it. Okay, my loves, so once you're done sewing, this is how you want the top to look like, and this is exactly the amount of space you would want to be left with on the net, not any more and not less. Okay, so yeah, from here on you'll see what you're gonna do next. Now this is the part where you need to be careful. So you're going to use any concealer that looks like your scalp. So I'm just going to use this concealer palette that I have, and I'm just going to dab it through the net like so. I'm just gonna what do you call it? Just act like I'm pushing it into the net so that it soaks it in. So this is what you want to do. Once you get to this part, what you're going to take is some hair that looks or resembles the wig that you've made, so that you can fill in the net like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the hair from the track. So I'm gonna cut it off and it's gonna be looking like this after you cut it off. And basically what I'm going to do is just take my needle, the same needle I was sewing the wig with, the C-shaped needle. This is what I'm going to be using to fill in the net. Then I'm just gonna separate the hair by taking a very tiny bit of hair strands. I don't know how many they are, but yeah, just make sure that it's very small. So I'm gonna separate it like so. And here's what I have. going on, I'm just going to loop the hair like this. I'm just going to make it into a little loop, and I'm going to make sure that loop goes through the needle, but not all the way through. So I'm just going to put it through the needle like so. And pull it, but not all the way through. So once I'm done with that, I go back to the net or the closure and I'm going to go through the net. I'm going to go through 2 holes that are very next to each other and go through those holes with the needle. Only 2 holes. And once my needle is in, I'm gonna press down the tail of the hair like this and pull my needle. Then I'm gonna take the tail of the needle and put it through the loop and pull like so. Very simple, right? Okay, but let's do it one more time. So again, I'm separating my hair, the hair that I'll be using to fill in the net. You just need a tiny bit, not a lot. And I'm just gonna fold it into a loop like this and put it through the needle, not all the way, but just a quarter way or halfway, I don't know, but just make sure it doesn't go all the way in or all the way through. So again, I'm just gonna put the needle through 2 holes that are very next to each other, and obviously I'm just gonna put through 2 holes like I said and pull the needle and then hold the tail of the hair like so and pull. And then I'm gonna take the tail of the hair and put it into the loop or through the loop and pull the tail of the hair, and that's it. So you keep doing that until the whole net is filled with hair. That's just basically it. Okay guys, so that's how I make my wig, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So comment down below, subscribe, like the video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!